Okay, guys, so how do you get to your science assignments? All right, so science is going to be under the resources tab, and those have a little bit of different instructions. So when you get down here to your resources tab, you'll see music, art, wellness, media, social, emotional, social studies, and science. If you want a little bit more information about all of those, watch my first video today introducing the whole site. But right here, I'm only going to be talking to you about science. So in your science tab, which is the last one over here, you have 5 items. And what we tried to do was kind of theme the week for you. So each week we're going to try and keep it themed so all of them are related to each other. So this week's theme was viruses. And, it's kind of important that you understand what's going on out there. You might not be watching the news. I know that, when you're 10 and 11, watching the news isn't first on your list of priorities. But if you check these things out over here, you can learn a little bit about germs and viruses and how these kinds of things work, learn little bit about the human body. But your objective for this week is to choose one of those items and complete one of those. Can you look at all 5 and determine which one you want to do? Definitely. So the first one here, how do germs get in? It's just looking at a mystery science lesson. Now, this mystery science lesson isn't like one I do in class. It's just a mini lesson where you view the lesson and you listen and you watch and then it's done. Now, if you guys want to, amp it up a little bit and maybe take a picture of yourself doing one of the items in the bonus, you should be watching the bonus. If you want to do one of those items in there, that would be excellent, and send me a picture of that on Schoology. I would love that. You'll see what those bonus items are. There are 5 of them. There is a bread experiment in there. Not that bread isn't a hot commodity right now, so if you don't have that kind of amount of bread, please don't waste bread. But if you're able to do it, the bread experiment is super cool. I would definitely suggest checking that out. Our Virus is Alive is a cool reading with a bunch of different ones. So I don't want to click on the, well, let's try it. You're going to hear Doug interrupt me here in a second. Come on. There we go. So if you click on this, you get to hear, oh, maybe he won't talk over me. No, I got to press play. That's great. If you click on this, you'll get to watch the whole video, and then make sure you click on the bonus. I want you to open the bonus. You don't have to worry about the vote part. That's already closed out. That's done. But watch the video, watch the bonus, and try and do one of those bonus activities and send it to me. So I thought Doug was going to talk over me. That's why I didn't click on it. Okay. All right, so let's go back. All right, so Our Virus is Alive is a pretty cool reading for you to check out. So after you read the passage on Our Virus is Alive, you can come down here, fill in these boxes here, and then answer this question down here at the bottom. So right here, you guys have a question. In your opinion, should viruses be classified as living or non-living organisms? So be sure to use evidence from the above chart in your answer. So this chart that you're filling out, and from the reading above. So check that out when you are deciding whether or not you're going to be doing this activity. It's a pretty cool amount of information. Now, the I Survived series, oops, didn't mean to write on that. The one that comes with the I Survived, you guys have all read the I Survived books. I know you have. Here, you're going to write your own I Survived series. I Survived the Coronavirus Pandemic. So you know that they're all written from the eyewitness point of view, so that first person point of view. And so pretty much what you're going to do is keep like a 5-day journal of the pandemic. All right. So each day this week, there will be a prompt for you. So if you start today, you will come down here, and chapter 1 will be your thoughts on when you first heard about the coronavirus. So now, when you first heard about the coronavirus, this could have been months ago, in January, when you guys first started hearing about it. I know you guys were asking me about it when we first came back from Christmas break. And not much changed. Okay. So chapter 1, when I first heard about the coronavirus, is what you will write about. This is a good activity for you guys to do, especially those of you who really need something to do every day, who like to write. This is a good one because it gets you thinking about the process that we've gone through, and it gets your point of view on this. I bet you if I did this versus your parents did this versus you did this, we would all have totally different chapters, journal point of views from this, okay? And if you want to add a little bit just to expand upon it, that's fine too. Chapter 2, when I found out school was closed, okay? How did you feel when you found out school was closed? What was your reaction to that? Were you excited? Were you scared? Were you confused? What was going on in your mind when you found out school was closed? Chapter 3, your first day at home. What was that like? Did you do some online learning? Did you just blow off school for a day? What was the first day at home like? And maybe not Saturday because, you found out school was closed on a Friday. So maybe that first Monday, what was school like? Or what was being at home like? Chapter 4, community. What have you started noticing about the community and all of that kind of stuff? If you're watching the news, excellent. If you're not, what have you noticed about what's going on around you? What's going on outside? What have you heard? I know that you all listen to your parents talk, because I hear about it all the time. And, check out your surroundings and write about that. And chapter 5 is your feelings. Really sit down and think about that. Don't kind of blow this off. We're not going to read this aloud to all your classmates, okay? That's the point of this. Think about, what you're thinking about, and go in depth about your feelings. Are you missing school? Is your family being affected by this? Write about that. What are you learning? About yourself, about your family, about your friends, that kind of thing. Are you benefiting from this? Are you not? Do you wish that things were turning out a little bit differently? So this is a pretty cool activity, and it makes you think about the whole pandemic coming together from start to right now, because it's not finished. That's why you're only writing through chapter 5. But until it's all done, you can't finish your book. But this could be an interesting way to think about it. And if you have any I Survived books at home, flip through them, kind of see how they're written, but that they are written from that first person perspective, when somebody is like, this is what happened to me. Okay, so that is the third assignment. The fourth assignment is a brain pop. So if you click on the Brain Pop link, it takes you to a literal lesson on the coronavirus. So if you guys want to learn more about the coronavirus, here it is. What you're going to be doing is the worksheet and the quiz that go with the coronavirus. Those are the 2 links that are right here. So you can either click on the worksheet and the quiz from here, or you can just click on those links to get to it. Now, guys, there are other activities here. Make a movie, challenge, make a map, other readings, games. Brain Pop is free right now because of the virus. So if you are interested, when you're done with the brain pop, and you have, some free time or whatever, you have to do the worksheet and the quiz. That's the assignment that goes with it. But if you want to check out these other things, the coding part is locked, but if you want to check out these other things, go ahead and do it. Try these out. And if you do them, send me pictures of yourself doing them, or send me your final product. I'd love to see it. You can send that to me in Schoology. I think I'm going to try and open up something where you guys can submit whatever you're doing. That way you just have that open forum for me. Okay. So I'd love to see what you're doing. Then learn about the human body. It says click here for the game and click learn more to read about the systems. So click here for the game. And here it is. So if you come down here, you read all the stuff, learn about like the background and the activity and all that. But then you come here and you click launch activity, and it's going to teach you all these things about the human body. And understanding the human body is part of understanding really how viruses get to work with inside your body. So, the coronavirus is a respiratory thing. So that is everything to do with your lungs and everything right now. So there are viruses that affect all different parts of your body, not just your respiratory system. So you need to, if you're interested and you want to do this assignment, go ahead and check out this right here so you can learn about all the different systems within the body, and how those different systems can be affected. And think about some of the different illnesses that you've had and how you've been affected by those illnesses. And okay, so we're back here. You just have to pick one of those. And like I said, I think I'm gonna just try and open up a forum on Schoology so you guys can post on there if you do any of these. You just have to do one. If, like I said, you get to the point where you're like, you know what, I have some time and I'd really like to do an activity, do another one. I don't care. Do as many as you'd like, but your requirement for the resource section is one from each subject. So science, social studies, wellness, media, art, music, and the social emotional, which is like guidance. So do one of those activities for me in the science portion, and I'd love to see what you guys come up with in the science form that I'm going to post. Okay, so if you just do like one of the worksheets or something, and you get the packet and the worksheets in the packet, throw the worksheet back into that big envelope that Mrs. Kane and I gave you before we left school. But if you do one of the more digital things, you want to take a picture of yourself doing it, post that into Schoology, and I'd love to see those pictures of you. All right. So again, no stress. You guys are doing an excellent job, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Have a good rest of your day, and good luck this week with the new stuff.